Hello everyone, I'm Gaspar Ucias, the CTO of Photonics Open Project, and today I'm very happy to see you for the third edition of this webinar. And I want to speak about achievements during 2024-2025 years on the ONE-PIX kits, and also speak about perspective for 2026 years. So in 2025, we are working on two principal achievements. The first is the new imaging methods profilometry in the kit, ONE-PIX kit. It's not really an imaging method, but most a 3D reconstruction techniques based on phase. So the principle is to project some phase patterns on the scene and take RGB acquisition on it with for each pattern. And after that, we use algorithm to build the depth map of the scene. So now the ONE-PIX kit can take hypercubes of scenes, but also make 3D reconstruction on it, so for complementary data. These techniques was developed by Photonics Bretagne, and they make a pull request on it on our repository. So thanks for that. And the second work was about increase of capability of the area scanning methods. So it's an imaging method, hyperspectral imaging methods based on the principle that you take an RGB image of the scene, use a segmentation algorithm to create mask on area of interest of the scene, and project that and take just one spectrum for each area. So in the end, you have very low data acquisition because you have just RGB image, masks, and some spectrum for each of them. So it's very low data storage against, for example, full hypercube. Historically, we have two segmentation techniques with these imaging methods. The first is the K-means, so very traditional imaging method segmentation, and manual with Label.me is an open source repository that work to make labeled RGB image for deep learning. But we are just add the interface, graphical user interface, to just create your own segmentation for homogeneous area scanning. We are working on 2025 to factoring the code of this technique to implement new segmentation technique with mean shift, multi-O2, or SLIC based on the open source repository scikit image. So this repository have many segmentation techniques not implemented today on the kit, but the factoring of the code make it very more easy to implement. But for 2026, we have the goal for POP is to create a ONE-PIX DIY to ONE-PIX DIT together. So we need to have a repository more standard. So we are working today on log system, integrate ONE-PIX on PyP, add some unit tests on CI pipeline to integrate development of the community more easily, and we are working also on a new graphical user interface to improve the ergonomy, to be more modern, and yes, perfect. But the most important work for 2026 years is to work on on the plugins. Today, plugins are imaging methods, single pixel detector drivers, and the RGB camera drivers. But all these plugins are inside the repository ONE-PIX. So it's very difficult to maintain the repository because every imaging method, single pixel detector, and RGB camera drivers need to be installed when you install for the first the ONE-PIX repository. It's very difficult. So the goal is to create repository for each plugins, and so user can just create a modular kit with his spec. He can just, for example, install DCT imaging method on just AS or flame controller on the Basler camera. You don't need to install all of drivers of other system that you don't need. So it improves the modularity of the kits. It improves its maintainability because now we can, for POP, we can maintain also just the ONE-PIX core, and it's easier for the community to create their own repository, and for the credit it's more simple to see who work on what. So how to contribute? You can just send a mail for us, and we are also open for all forms of collaboration. We are working with enthusiasts, researchers, educators, industrial. So if you are not very expert with Git, or if your factoring your software is not very compatible with the kit, just contact us. We are continue to help you to integrate your developments for the community. So thank you for your attention, and good webinar.